Welcome to a quick demonstration of our masking exception workflow for assets. We recently announced our support for requesting assets out of your catalog. For example, we have a bunch of assets here in Snowflake and Databricks. Assets are really just like anything: databases, schemas, tables, views. This is opposed to data products, which we supported before. Now we're taking a third step. Started with data products, then we did assets. Now you can do masking exceptions, not only on data products, but also assets. So I'm working with this patient's genomes table that's in this marketplace demo catalog in Databricks under the pharma schema. And you can see that I've assigned two different request forms. So I have a data access request form, and I made this, really silly that all it says is this is the question that I'm asking, is you can customize these forms. Is this a data access request form? Yes, no. And I'm going to actually have this automatically approved for 1 hour when anyone requests access. Same here, except this is a masking exception request form. In this case, I ask, are you on a masking exception? Just so we can tell them apart. And this, again, will automatically approve for 1 hour. Obviously, I could set up different review flows and different reviewers here, but just trying to keep this simple. Let's jump out now to a catalog. I'm just going to use Alation as an example, but this could work with Atlan, Calibra, you name it, any catalog. I'm also going to show Databricks in a second here too. But so this is the table in Alation, and here you can see in this dropdown, you can request access through Immuta, and that will drop us into, we're actually requesting access to the table here. So that's why it says, is this a data access request form? Now, let me go one level deeper to Social Security number, and this is what is new, where we can request the masking exception in Immuta, and the Social Security number column is apparently masked for this table, so we can request that. Now, let me actually show this with a user that has that column masked. So if we look here, I ran this query on the patient's genome table a second ago. You can see that Social Security number is masked from me. So if I go into where this is in the catalog in Databricks, I can actually hit this request permission button. And since we only have one slot to work with, there's not a concept of catalogs in Databricks. I can have this kind of helper page, if you will, pop up asking the user which they want to do. So they can either request access for someone else because they already have access to it, or request a masking exception. And as you can see, we can get to the masking exception. And just to show you the flow, I'll go ahead and request access to this Social Security number. You can see that it has a few tags in it, which you could also pull in from your catalog. And I'll submit this request. And as we know, this gets approved for 1 hour automatically. So if I turn this off, we can see that, Ruby got approved for 1 hour. And so, as I think the magic of all this is not necessarily the workflow and setting this all up and having these different kind of request forms that you can set up for the requests, but also when you are approved, Immuta actually provisions that access in the data platform, whether it be Databricks, Snowflake, Redshift, etc. So what happened here is we actually updated a reveal policy in Immuta to give Ruby access to that Social Security number column, and it's scoped to just that Social Security number column on that table. And so you're not over provisioning access either with this approach. So if we come back to this query here, where we had Social Security number redacted a moment ago, if I rerun this in Databricks, you'll see that Social Security number would be no longer masked for me due to that reveal policy update we made in Immuta. But again, that wouldn't reveal other columns. It's scoped to exactly what you requested access to. So you can start either from your catalog, your data catalog, or your business catalog, request access to tables or now columns. And if approved, those masking exceptions are approved, and that column masking policy would be removed for you. And again, since this was 1 hour, after an hour passes, if I reran this query again, it would be masked again, and Immuta handles that as well. So thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions. And if you're interested, we can get this enabled for you.